Because in the last episode I almost set my house on fire, we are starting this episode with some safety features and precautions.
I was born to run, I was built to last, I was made for speed, cause I was born fast.
The main reason this small incident occurred is because of a loose spark plug wire. Well, I'm sending this alligator back to Florida and I'm installing a real spark plug wire. The next thing that I'm gonna address is the flooding of the engine. This happened because the MOSFET that controlled the opening and closing of the injector is not a logic level MOSFET, so it requires 10 volts at the gate to fully open and close. And because I'm using 5 volts, this thing couldn't fully close the injector, so the engine flooded. So we are replacing it with the proper MOSFET. I also changed the place of the fuel tank far away from the engine and got a fire extinguisher nearby just in case. Now that we have everything set, it's time for testing. Yeah, nice music, bro. Just tell them that the engine has no compression already. Yes, you heard that right. The engine has zero compression. While I'm disassembling the engine, I have to give you guys some great news.
We have our first sponsor!
JLC 3DP. Whether you are into prototyping, engineering or just cool 3D printing, JLC 3DP has your back. They offer professional 3D printing and CNC services starting at only 30 cents. You just upload your STL file on their website, choose your material and get an instant price quote. They offer a wide range of options, from high detailed parts made of resin to nylon, TPU, ABS and even metal printing using SLM technology. They even have titanium. They also support CNC milling, turning and drilling with tight tolerances and fast turnaround. You can go from idea to finished part with industrial grade accuracy in no time. If you click the link in the video description, you're not only getting $70 off your first order, but you're also helping me continue to create these awesome little projects. Once again, a big thank you to JLC 3DP for sponsoring this video. After disassembling the head, this is what I found. The reason we had no compression is a head failure. As you guys probably already know, everything that fails gets redesigned to be stronger and more efficient. While designing the head, I started talking to myself like a crazy person, and the biggest question that I had was why I'm following the rules of the metal engines when I'm not even using metal. So I ended up with this, a Hemi head that's gonna have the cylinder 3 mm inside of it, and also an O-ring around the cylinder for better compression. The main difference between a normal head and the Hemi head is that the Hemi has a domed combustion chamber. Also, my 3D printer is now perfectly calibrated. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it real quick. And I'm also adding the aluminum valve seats. It doesn't even look that bad anymore, come on. So this is what I was talking about when I said that the cylinder is gonna go 3 mm in the head. There's also gonna be an O-ring around the cylinder for an even better sealing. I'm also applying gasket maker and the head gasket. We basically have like 6 methods to keep compression in this engine at this point. While the epoxy cures, I also did another thing that was highly requested in the comments. Let's see a before and after on the weight. Well, this scale has a max of 5 kilograms and that's more. This is a BMW E90 brake disc and I read online that it has around 7 kilos. And after 1.5 kilos. That's a big weight reduction for a flywheel on an engine of this size. Okay guys, I need to have a serious conversation with you. Which one of y'all searched for this and then clicked on my video? Anyways, I put the engine back together. Every time when I see this thing together and ready to test, I just get a feeling. After double checking all the sensors, the ignition timing, the timing belt, I think we are ready to give this engine another go. It actually started. Let's see it again in slow motion. Well, it worked for like 2 seconds and then exploded, but this is a sign I'm on the right track and I have a good fuel injection and the proper spark. Now let's see what failed. The head and cylinder are down there, the spark plug ground wire is still connected, and in that corner right there, that's part of the camshaft, and that's exactly where it landed. I didn't touch anything here. There was so much force, it snapped right off. This is where it should have been. And also I can't find the bearing, it's probably in space. The injector looks okay though. The belt got a lot of damage, and mind you, this thing has metal inserts, so it's really strong. When it comes to the internals, the piston looks like new. No up and down play, the rod got no damage, and also the crankshaft seems good. Before I tell you guys what actually failed, I want to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers. We actually reached 1515 subscribers. Love you guys. And also a big thank you to my first Patreon. Thank you so much, Skyzy, for joining. If you guys also want to support me in the next projects, Patreon is a great way. I have to buy 7 more fuel injectors, that's all I'm gonna say. Well, here is the failed part. The cylinder housing snapped at the bottom. There actually was a couple of people that told me that the cylinder housing is too thin and it's gonna fail. I guess you guys were right. Actually, on every video I receive so many good tips in the comments, and I wanna say thank you for everyone that commented.